there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Love and Marriage Huntsville. You guys know why you were here. Today we're talking, you guys, because our friends at TV Deets, one of our friends that accurately reports the ratings on all of your favorite cable television and streaming shows and all of the things, all of your reality TV, news, gossip, leaks, and all of the things, right? Well, finally they got wind a couple of hours ago that there was some tomfoolery going on with the ratings, according to none other than Carlos King, which we're going to get to in a moment because I'm so excited to drag this. So basically the question was asked today if TV Deets was watching Love and Marriage Huntsville this season, and they said that they actually haven't seen the season yet, that they used to upload the episodes every Sunday here in Canada, but Discovery Plus Canada makes us wait till the end of the season. I might just have to illegally stream this one. And so then TV Deets put up a poll asking, are you watching this season of Love and Marriage Huntsville? Are you guys into it? So 27% of the people said yes. 48% of the people said no. And then 26% said, just show me the results, you guys. Which is indicative of what a flop this season is, right? Because nobody is watching, right? And so let's get to the meat and potatoes as to why you guys are here. So the question then was asked in TV Deets Asks Me Anything, right? And I was ready for it. I was like, finally, because I kept refreshing the page. I was like, when are they going to address this snafu that Carlos King is reporting to the media? And so it says the following. It says, can you please explain the Variety article stating that Huntsville had its highest ratings? Thank you. And then TV Deets responded, what Variety article? I took a look, and it seems like this was a made-up meme. A made-up meme? This is coming from somebody who accurately has the tea on what the real ratings are, what the real demos are, and whether it's a season high, series low, all of the things. You guys literally has been, at least per their website, has been reporting, I believe, since season 4, because it can't, on TV Deets' website at least, it doesn't go back any further than season 4 as it pertains to Love and Marriage Huntsville ratings, episode by episode, including the reunion episodes and season averages. And after this post, you guys, guess what TV Deets post after this in their stories, and their Instagram stories? They reposted the link to the Love and Marriage Huntsville ratings on their website, you guys, which has not been updated to say the 3 whatever million linear 3 ratings of the demo. like it was just some tomfoolery. And here's the thing that also was very disturbing about all of this is, like I said, it doesn't take 6 weeks to report on any same day plus 3 day live streaming on demand ratings, right? Number 1. If in fact at any point this season the ratings were that high, they would have said that a long time ago. Number 2, like I said, this Variety article was not the headline, these alleged ratings, right? It was buried at the bottom of this article where it was talking about other popular TV shows, you guys. And you would think if this was legitimate, if literally Love and Marriage Huntsville had its highest ratings ever, had nearly 4 million people that they seem to just be adding up over the course of time, this would have been the headline on the Variety article. But the fact that it kept referencing this linear ratings, right? This L3 ratings, I knew it was nothing but nonsense. I knew it was nothing but BS. But there are people, unfortunately, who do not follow the ratings, who do not research the ratings and research what the ratings mean, that are taking Carlos King's word
and running with it. And he even has some of his reality TV friends in the comments and in his likes co-signing this tomfoolery, right? But here is the thing, and I know this from, when I talk about, certain celebrity news and gossip. If you have a good PR team, or if you have a good relationship with some of these reputable, media outlets that is going to say or do anything to make you look good, these are some of the examples where, again, people's integrity and credibility come into question, because usually Variety is pretty on point with, talking about the latest news and TV and celebrity things and all of that. So when I saw this article and I saw Carlos King, white out a portion of the article because it was a lot of tomfoolery, and then had the audacity to say men lie, women lie, numbers don't, basically trying to put TV Deets and Nielsen ratings and anybody else that accurately reports on the ratings on blast, and trying to call any of us YouTubers that have accurately reported on the ratings for several seasons now, that all of a sudden everybody's a liar. No. The finger that you are trying to point at everybody else and trying to call everybody else a liar, you need to look back at the 4 other fingers that are pointing back to yourself, Carlos King, because that is the level of tomfoolery that you try to convince the people of. But that is why me and others are here to report the facts, you guys. Report the truth. If TV Deets, who has always been accurate with their tea, with their ratings, and they were one of the reputable, websites and social media accounts that accurately reported about Vanderpump Rules having the highest ratings ever and was averaging 4.5 million viewers, and had nothing in that article about no linear ratings or L3 ratings of a demographic, or let's tabulate all of the episodes of a season of Vanderpump Rules and just come out with a magic number of 4.5 million. And the other part that should have you guys immediately think that this is hogwash is you're trying to tell me, as obsessed with Bravo that Carlos King is, that you're trying to tell me even Bravo's lowest rated show is getting less viewership than Love and Marriage Huntsville, that a show, let's say, that's maybe, pulling in a couple 100,000 viewers, right? Or 300,000 or 400,000 viewers, right? Let's just say that for an example, right? You're trying to tell me that Love and Marriage Huntsville is getting close to nearly 4 million viewers this season, when we know there is an active blackout, when we know people are actively boycotting the nonsense that is being presented to us, the false narratives that are being presented to us, the victim act that is being, showcased for Martell, this foolery with the Sunny, Moses, and Destiny chaos, the, tragedy of this love square of Trisha, Ken, Martell, and her husband that she refuses to divorce, that she refuses to finalize for whatever reason, and forgetting to scrub her Facebook because the timelines that she's saying on the show isn't making sense with the latest receipts on her own Facebook account. So you have all of this tomfoolery going on, right? You have all this chaos going on. People are literally calling the show Love and Marriage Huntsville Criminal Edition, Love and Marriage Huntsville After Lockup, because almost all of the cast, including their relatives and whatnot, are getting arrested, you guys. But instead of focusing on that, there's this petty drama that Carlos King wants to focus on, and wants people to argue on whether or not they are or were a side chick at some point in time, which has nothing to do with giving back to the Black community, which has nothing to do with Black love, which has nothing to do with Black excellence, which has nothing to do with the comeback group, which has nothing to do with building affordable housing in Huntsville, which was what the original show was supposed to be about. Black real estate and these Black couples working together to build a more perfect union, right? To basically add, substance and opulence to Huntsville. And it is completely fell off the wayside. It completely pivoted to Martel's cheating with the side chick. It pivoted to the cast outside of Maurice and his first wife Wyatt and the Kimmy storyline. Outside of that, everybody was zoomed in on the Mel and Tel drama, right? And that's what the show focused on, right? For several seasons. Everything else became a backdrop of who's friends with who's being shady to who, right? All of that became secondary, right? And Carlos King, you yourself would go on the press tour and hype up Mel and Martel as the pinnacle, as the backbone of this show, and are even crying your eyes out at reunions because of Martel's meltdowns that are being covered up allegedly. But you are super attached to them as a couple that you don't know how to produce this show without them as a couple, and you refuse to inform your viewing audience the real reason why Mel and Tel can't film together, right? And also, I want to correct somebody because somebody was like, oh, well, Martel wasn't convicted until May. Hello, the TMZ article in January, though, specifically stated that Martel was not allowed to have any contact with the victim. That was in January. That wasn't in May, you guys. It said he couldn't contact the victim on TMZ, right? Because that was when Martel and his PR people tried to release a statement, and they were trying to, like, basically deflect and all those things. And then after that, we had the Tasha K interview, you guys. So this notion that it was only just in May that there was, no contact and all these things. Well, why was it being said in the January TMZ article, you guys? Right? Like, let's not do this, right? The fact of the matter is, Martel was arrested for the revenge P, the DV harassment in the 3rd degree. Yes, he got convicted in May, but per TMZ, the article said he was not allowed to have contact or mention the victim. And at the time, it didn't specify who the victim was or anything of that, but we all knew who it was, right? But that's what that TMZ article said. So and again, why would Martel and his team respond to the TMZ article, right? If it was fake news, right? So again, let's stop doing the semantics game. We knew immediately when Mel was requesting at that podcast event for Martel to be fired from this show, she knew what was coming. She knew the menace that Martel was. She knew that if Carlos King was going to continue to employ Martel, he was going to flip this arrest around and make it somehow Mel's fault, which happened immediately when we saw that trailer of how old the, Revenge P threat was, in there, trying to say, oh, this was 18 months ago. This was, they're just holding on to this to release this now to try to get back at Martel because she's bitter, she's upset, she's all these things, you guys. Those were the false narratives that were being put out there, and ignoring all of the continued harassment and manipulation tactics Martel was doing up until this point, right? Now, in May, it said that there was no contact with Mel, but he was not allowed to mention her name or anything as of January, right? So, again, let's not do this, right? But I am here for TV Deets getting Carlos King together. Carlos King having the audacity to call people a liar, and having the audacity, you've been on the mute challenge for 6 weeks when we've been reporting on the ratings, but now that the ratings are at an all-time low, and now you are at risk of the show being canceled, the show that you've been ignoring all this time in favor for your Bravo shows, in favor for the new show that is debuting in a couple of weeks on OWN, now all of a sudden you want to post fake news and cite Variety so that people are going to think it's legitimate, but when you look at the actual verbiage and the language in the actual article, it's not accurate information as it pertains to the ratings, which is why TV Deets called it a made-up meme, you guys. All this was, like I said, the timing of it was suspicious because it was a few things at play here. It was a manipulation tactic so that the ratings are going to conveniently go up this next go around for this latest episode. Also, we have the upcoming court date regarding the counterclaim and the countersuit against the OWN network and one of the Core 6 cast members. There's a court date tomorrow. Also, again, anything to try to salvage this show, because it's clear as day to me that there was already a meeting, there was already a conversation that was had about the future of this show, and that sent Carlos King into a panic. And all of a sudden, like magic, this article appears the other day that is referencing linear ratings and total ratings all over at some point in time in the season or in the history of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Nearly 4 million people have tuned in. Oh, okay. So we're just going to count YouTube numbers. We're going to count Instagram views from clips that some of these channels report on. We're just going to count on, Twitter clips as views, YouTube clips as views. We're just going to add up, all of these mysterious numbers together to say, hey, there's nearly 4 million people, when there's never been 4 million people on the OWN network for this reality show, right? For one episode alone, they had 1 million views, which was the focus of a Mel and Tel episode. So how dare you try to say all of a sudden, when the ratings are at an all-time low, that no, it's at an all-time high, and it's a completely fabricated number that's completely insane. Everybody was seeing Bad Boys last Saturday. Not this past Saturday, yesterday, but Saturday before last. So I want to know the receipts of all these alleged people that were tuning in, that had it on their DVR, that was doing the rewatch, and now there's all of these re-airings of the episodes trying to get that viewership on random days. No. You need to be keeping it a buck with the people, right? So it is going to be interesting what OWN decides to do with this show, whether or not they're going to order more episodes, and we're going to continue to revisit this nonsense. We're going to continue to revisit this tomfoolery because Deets is saying this is fake news. This is a made-up meme to try to salvage things, to try to make it seem like the show is doing better than what it is. And I know Carlos King is going to mention this tomorrow on Messy Monday to try to make it seem, because it's in Variety, it's legit. But if you look at the language, if you look at what it's being said, and if you do your research on what it really means in regards to linear ratings and L3 ratings and L3 demographics and all of the things, it is all hogwash, you guys. It is all hogwash. But again, if we want to play math and just add up a whole bunch of numbers, we can do that, right? And then just throw it in an article that's reputable so that you guys can believe it. But that's why I am here, so that we can stick to the facts, you guys, because this is crazy. So there's that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. What do you think of TV Deets basically saying this was a made-up meme from the Variety article and this was completely and utterly hogwash, and then right after posting the link again to their real and accurate ratings and demographics that they had been tracking on the website at least since season 4 for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Make it make sense. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.